Shalom, shalom, Akiyam. First and foremost, I would like to give all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Kwadash. I would also like to give a double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. I would also like to say peace and salutations to the hopeful elect, scattered throughout all four corners of this earth. It's just Bayan back again through the spirit and power of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. And I just wanted to get into a quick lesson, putting the scopeo on evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. And Lord willing, I can share an article with you, Akiyam and Akwath, pretty much going into some of the conversation that's being had over there in Davos, Switzerland, with these damn devils, concerning the next scamdemic. You see, and this time around, it's not going to be a trial run. You see, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans are going to find yourself in a position that you could never have imagined, and you've been being warned. Okay, starting with the elders and apostles of Great Millstone on down. You've been being warned. Okay? We're seeing the after effects of you people going down there and letting this man put his Jabberwocky in you. And look at you now. You people are dropping like flies, man. You see? And this man's not done, and he's not going to stop. Okay? This damn devil's not going to stop. This is how this man's built. This is how he's wired. And this is why he was created. Okay? To take peace from the earth. Salakia. This man was built to take peace from the earth, man. You see, and he's not going to stop until Yahweh Shai takes him out of the way. So through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, let's start here in the book of Proverbs, the 4th chapter. Lord willing, we'll get the article after this precept. In verse 16, and it reads, for they sleep not, the book of Proverbs, chapter 4 and verse 16, and it reads, for they sleep not. Who's they? The wicked, evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. These elite. You see? For they sleep not except they have done mischief, and their sleep is taken away unless they cause some to fall. You see? This is why it's not a coincidence, okay, that there's all these sudden deaths occurring. Okay, preferably from heart attacks and cardiac arrest. This is not a surprise. Okay? If your eyes are open, you can clearly see it's linked to that high C juice. You got to be a damn fool not to see that. Okay? Now this article is from Zero Hedge, right? And it's dated January 20th, 2023. So it's fresh off the press, just days old. Okay, and it reads, Davos plans for the next scamdemic suggests national digital infrastructures to track these. You see, and this is very similar to an article I brought out a couple of days ago, going into how, matter of fact, I still have it. It's this one right here. This was from Rebel News, and this one was dated January 9th, right? And it was titled, Hell Gates claims governments need global surveillance team to strengthen World Health Organization, fight misinformation, and prepare for next scamdemic. So you see the criteria of conversation that they're having in Davos, man. You see? This is just one of many things. You see, but this is one of the priorities. Okay? Because we know that these devils use, they utilize an order out of chaos way of operating. You see? We're going to have you people pissing yourselves to where you're going to go down there and you're going to allow this man to put that micro CHIP in you, man. Which is the MOTB, the mark of the BEAST. Read between the lines. Okay? And here it is, you people are caught up in your daily lives, right, in your daily activities, right, caught up in mirth, while this damn devil is doing all manners of wickedness under your nose. All right, pretty soon you're gonna be eating human flesh, bug burgers, and fake fucking fruit and meat. But you're so busy caught up in your daily lives, man. You're gonna get caught by surprise. Hey, and like I said in the beginning of this lesson through the Spirit, this next scamdemic is not gonna be a trial run. All right, this is gonna be the real deal, the real McCoy. Okay, grids going down, blackouts, famine, all hell breaking loose. You watch and see, man. Hey, you've been being warned, man. You Negro, you starting with you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Native Americans, man. All right, let's read this. Let's read into some of this article. All right, and it reads: the World Economic Forum's Davos discussions often require some reading between the lines to understand what is really being said by the globalist participants. But not much interpretation is needed these days. Ever since the scamdemic event, along with the lockdowns and the attempts to introduce these passports, establishment representatives have been far more open about their agenda and their intentions for the future. Right? They've become bold and proud. See, these devils are literally wide open. Okay, with their agenda. No longer are they, speaking in code or trying to put on the front. No, it's wide open. You see, and this is beautiful because the faster they move, the faster the kingdom of heaven is going to come. You see? Point blank, period. But a lot of people are going to be put to death, man. A lot of you people are going to get caught up. A lot of you people are going to get caught up. A lot of you, Jake. 2/3 of you, Jake, are going to get caught up grievously, man. See? And you're going to get caught blindsided. You're going to get hit. You're going to get hit blindsided. You ain't even going to see it coming. You see? And here it is. There's articles on this information. You see men of the Lord preaching on the highways and byways, putting out these digital epistles, these live streams. But you, Jake, are so busy doing your own thing. Hey, don't say you weren't warned, right? Let's continue on. After all, it was Klaus Schwab, right, this devil right here, that called C19 a rare but narrow window of opportunity to implement the Great Reset, right? And that's their goal. They want to reset the current system that we're in. They want to do away with the fiat dollar, okay? And they want to move on into a digital society, man. You see, a technocracy. And the phone chimed in, okay? Which is going to be controlled under draconian laws and measures, man. Okay, you'll own nothing to be happy. This is the same bastard that said that. You see, this is where they're going with this thing. You see? Of the current economic and political order, the past few years have shown that the Davos crowd still clings to the fading scamdemic panic as the good old days, when they could have had anything they wanted, including total centralization. The globalists continue to refuse to address their many failures, but panels like the following say it all. They realize that the truth has hit the mainstream, right? The truth has hit the mainstream, okay? And far too many people are now questioning the validity of the restrictions, mandates, masks, and the you see it, I can't even read it. And this is because of the spirit of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai is resting upon the planet Earth. You see? No longer can this man hide himself. You see? He's being uncovered. His whole thigh is exposed. His private parts are showing. And this is why he has no choice but to pretty much be all out with his agenda, man. You see, he can't hide it anymore. His tongue is falling upon himself. You got insiders that were on his side leaking information. You see, there's no way of denying it. You see, of all of these measures have proven to be mostly useless in preventing viral spread, and now the negative side effects of these are being admitted to, at least to a point, right? We can see it for ourselves. They don't need to admit it. It's common damn sense. People are dropping like sacks of potatoes out here, man. It's common sense. Why? Right? All in all, the scamdemic was not the golden opportunity that Klaus Schwab and the WEF expected. Right? It was a complete failure. It was a complete failure, man. You see? Because ultimately, as they pursue their fourth industrial revolution, as they pursue to crown their enterprise of success, they're going to continue to fall into straits, man, which are positions of difficulty. You see? And this was prophesied. Let me get a quick precept. We're going to finish this out. Right? Let's go to Job real quick. Let's grab this real quick. Job 20. And 22. The book of Job, chapter 20 and verse 22. And it reads, "In the fullness of his sufficiency, he shall be in straits." And he's pretty much in his fullness. You see, he's at the height of his technology. You see, this man has super soldiers, Terminators, cyborgs, mechanical dogs. You see, all forms of technology. He's at the peak, okay, of his rulership. Okay, he's at the peak of it, right? But guess what? He shall be in straits, which is a position of difficulty. Every hand of the wicked shall come upon him, and this word "wicked" here goes into laborers. Okay, so the people, the common day folk. You see, they're going to speak out against him. There's going to be a lot of resistance. And this is why this man's going to come down with great wrath, pursuing the Revelations 12 and 12. And the phone chimed in. See, this is why he's going to have to come down with great wrath. Let's get the rest of this little bit of article. There's much more to it, but I'm just going to stop at this point here. And Lord willing, I'll put this article in the description box for you, Akiyam and Akwa. Right there, hopes and dreams now turn to a future scamdemic. See? Perhaps one with a far higher death rate that creates more exploitable public fare. And this is the reality. Okay? This is what they're discussing. They're going to pursue a second scamdemic. Hey, they don't have the CDC for no reason. This is what you people are going to find out. This man is the devil. Okay? This man, scripture goes into how he is as death. Let's go back to the scriptures. Lord willing, I'll leave that article in the description box for you, Akiyam and Akwa. But let's go here. Let's go to the book of Wisdom of Solomon real quick. Chapter 2. In verse 12, I'll get the point, verse 24. Nevertheless, the book of Wisdom of Solomon, chapter 2 and verse 24. Nevertheless, through envy of the devil, right? Who's the devil? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the deceiver. He's the false accuser. He's the slanderer, right? Came death into the world, right? And this goes all the way back to Eve, man. When Eve fell for the wiles of the devil, okay? The serpent in the garden, which was a malicious, cunning man, okay? That wicked seed, is the same seed that Esau stems from. Okay, because that same spirit was in Cain, and that same spirit was in Esau. And that same spirit is in these devils that you see before you today that are bearing the mark of Cain, okay, which is leprosy, the Hansen's disease. You see? And they that do hold of his side do find it, right? And look at the end results of you stupid bastards that decided to go on there and let this man put his Jabberwocky in you. You see, now you're prematurely back in the spiritual world. But honestly, you're not prematurely back in the spiritual world, because at the end of the day, it was the will of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. You know? All issues of death are of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai, pursuing the Psalm 68. You know, so ultimately it was your fate, it was your destiny to fall for the wiles of the devil and be snared and be taken, okay, by this damn demon. You see? Because you people haven't found out that he's the devil yet. Hey, you're going to get caught up by that micro CHIP. Yup, you Jake, you so-called Negroes, Latinos, and Americans that love your white man. Hey, you're going to get caught up. He's going to get you good. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 4, and it reads, behold, his soul, which is lifted up, is not upright in him. Right? Who's this talking about? Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. It's this prideful devil. His soul is lifted up, but it's not upright. You see? He's a crooked serpent, and he speaks with a forked tongue, and he cannot be trusted. See? He's the devil that the Bible speaks of. Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. He's the physical counterpart of the spiritual demon Satan. And his horns, he's showing his horns. You know, but hey, you people are blinded. You're blinded. You're still blinded. You see, hey, you've been warned, right? But the just shall live by faith, right? The just are the hopeful elect. You see? Isaiah 10, right? The just are no longer going to lean upon him that smote us, man. No, we're going to lean upon Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Right, let's continue on. The book of Habakkuk chapter 2 and verse 5. Yeah, also because he transgresseth by wine. What's this mean? His philosophies, man, preferably his Christianity. He's consumed and snared a lot of you people with that wacky tacky Christianity, man. You see? He is a proud man, evil E. You see, Obadiah goes into how proud this devil is. The pride of his heart has deceived him. Right? Thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rock. Right? Neither keepeth at home. Right? This is why he has a garrison all over the earth. He has garrisons everywhere, man. Which are military barracks. See, giving more credence that he's the hammer of the earth as well. Right? Spoken of in Jeremiah. I believe that's the 50th chapter. Who enlargeth his desire as hell and is as death. You see that? He is as death. And we're seeing an example of that. Hey, just take a look at your your athletes and your youth and your strong middle-aged adults, man, in general. And look what's going on. Look at the numerous number of individuals dropping. I wonder why. I wonder why. Hey, because they touched that pitch. You see? But gathereth unto him all nations, and heapeth unto him all people. And this is his goal, man. You see, through this fourth industrial revolution, they will have full control. These devils will have full, complete control over you, man. They're going to be able to track your carbon footprint, man. They'll know where you're going, why you're there, how long you've been there. Okay? They'll know who you're having sex with, if you're sick, how much you ate, if you need to eat, if you... Man, this man wants to play God. This is what this fourth industrial revolution consists of, man. He wants to link you to technology. Hey, he wants to turn you into a cyborg, man. You see? This is this man's goal. Right, let's jump down. Let me go to let me see. Yeah, let's go to verse 8. Because thou hast spoiled many nations, all the remnant of the people shall spoil thee. See, you're going to become a spoiled evil E at the end of the day, right? Because of men's blood, we seeing you spilling it again, once again. All right, in these latter days, we're seeing you spill it once again at a massive rate, right? And for the violence of the land. We're seeing this in real time, right? Of the city and of all that dwell therein. You see? And this is one of the reasons why Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai is going to make you desolate, man. You see? Everybody and everything is going to rejoice when you're moved out the way. You see? When Yahweh Shai comes through and removes you, everybody and everything is going to rejoice. You see? Let's get this real quick. In the book of Ezekiel, the 35th chapter, in the 14th verse, right? Thus saith the Lord, the book of Ezekiel, chapter 35 and verse 14, and it reads, Thus saith the Lord power, when the whole earth rejoiceth, I will make thee desolate. See? You're going to be leveled, man. Pursuing to the book of Obadiah 1 and 18, after that 1,000 years of grievous captivity that you're going to serve, okay, and building the kingdom of heaven in the time of Jacob, you're going to be put away, okay? You're going to become shrubble, man. You see, pursuing the Obadiah 1 and 18, you're going to be consumed by the rage of the fire, man. Thus saith the Lord. Right, let's continue on. As thou didst rejoice at the inheritance of the house of Israel, because it was desolate, so will I do unto thee. Thou shalt be desolate, O Mount Seir. See? And all Idumea. And Idumea is the Greek and Latin way to say Edom. Okay, and pursuant to Genesis, the 36th chapter, the first verse, and I believe it's the 8th verse, Esau is Edom. You see? Evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man. Even all of it, and they shall know that I am the Lord. You're going to know the Lord. See? You're going to know the Lord in the eon to come. You're going to know the Lord like we know the Lord. You see? But it's going to stop with you being visited by Yahweh Shai. You see? Yahweh Shai is going to be the one to come cut you off. Let's go get this real quick. The book of Ecclesiastes is also known as the book of Sirach. Chapter 10, matter of fact, I'm going to start at chapter 9. Verse 9, Salakia. The book of Ecclesiastes is also known as the book of Sirach. Chapter 10 and verse 9, and it reads, verse 10 is the point, right? Why is earth and ashes proud? There is not a more wicked thing than a covetous man. Right, and to be covetous, what that word means is what? You want what somebody else has. You see? And you're willing to kill him for it. And evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, has showed this characteristic since his inception. This man has been going throughout all four corners of the earth, raping, robbing, and murdering. Okay, and now inquisition is being made on you, devil, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. Court is in session, and the time is going to come where you're going to be judged. Okay, and it's going to be through that divine power that's not going to meet you as a man. Okay, Yahweh Shai. Let's continue on. We can prove that. Let's continue on. For such an one setteth his own soul to sale, because while he liveth, he casteth away his bowels. The physician cutteth off a long disease. Who's the physician? Yahweh Shai, and we can prove it. And he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die, man. Let's go get this precept real quick to prove that that Yahweh Shai is the physician, man. All right, the book of St. Mark, chapter 2, right? And I'll start at verse 16 just to make the point and to bring it into context. And when the scribes and Pharisees saw him eat with the publicans and sinners, they said unto his disciples, how is it that he eateth and drinketh with publicans and sinners? When Yahweh Shai heard it, he saith unto them, they that are whole have no need of the physician, but they that are sick. I came not to call the righteous, but sinners to repentance. See, to prove that Yahweh Shai is that physician that's going to come cut this damn demon off. Let's read it again. The book of Ecclesiastes, also known as the book of Sirach, chapter 10 and verse 10, and it reads, the physician cutteth off a long disease, and that disease is evil E. See? And he that is today a king, isn't evil E a king today? Scripture says, what's that? 2nd Ezra 6 and 9. Esau is the end of the world, right? And Jacob is the beginning of it that followeth. We are in the time of Esau right now, the head of the heathen. He's reigning. He's on top. He's the king of the earth right now, right? But guess what? And he that is today a king, tomorrow shall die, man. See? Yahweh Shai is coming to cut you off, man. And you're gonna be the last enemy, man. You're gonna be out of there. Matter of fact, let's close out with that. 1 Corinthians chapter 15. And verse 26, I'm going to go straight to the point. The book of 1 Corinthians chapter 15 and verse 26, and it reads, the last enemy that shall be destroyed is death. Okay, and we proved that evil Esau, Edom, the so-called white man, is as death. Okay, pursuant to Wisdom of Solomon, the 2nd chapter and the 24th verse, and Habakkuk. Okay, the book of Habakkuk, the 2nd chapter, where this man's coined as death, evil E. You see? But that physician is going to come and cut you off, man. All right? And your visitation is imminent. And there's all the signs and tokens showing that Yahweh Shai is on his way. You see? The clock is ticking, man. And it's only a matter of time before you get moved out the way. All praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Double honors to the elders and apostles of Great Millstone, where I learned this 144% truth. Lord willing, you Akiyam and Akwaf were edified. Barakatah Yahweh, Barakatah Yahweh Shai, Kal Halalim La Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakah, Quadash. Shalom.